it wants me to go this way instead of going this way. So I guess we're going vertical.
Haven't we had that issue?
I know we did have that issue. Yeah, I don't know.
You fixed it.
I thought I did, but apparently it wants me to go this way. So we are live now. I'm just waiting for people to come in. We'll do a sound check. If you can hear me, leave a comment in the chat. I'll figure it out. There's 8 people joining. It's Linda behind me.
Can they hear me?
They can't. They might be able to hear you because my microphone is close to you, right? Yeah.
If I yell into your chest.
Yeah. So we just wait a little bit.
There's a fish on the screen.
Yeah, we'll get going in a minute once. Yeah. Leave a comment on the bottom if you can hear the audio. And we'll get started in a minute.
Run.
Okay. So, we're not totally ready. I was supposed to grab that fish, but now Linda has it. Okay.
Oh, I think we lost her, that one.
You lost it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's live stream for you, right? That's
Swing and a miss.
Yeah. We're hoping the fish will not bite yet, but that's a good problem, I guess. All right, 18 people watching. Great audio sound check is good. That's good. Okay.
Yeah, it was just bad timing.
I thought I was.
We just had a bite. Hopefully,
we
we get more bites.
Give me the camera.
Yeah.
Like,
I know.
you want me to just film you so you can run if you?
Hold on a sec.
First, I thought that was what was happening.
Yeah, I'll grab the next one. Yeah, I'll grab the next fish. Yeah. Okay, so welcome everybody. Welcome to our first live stream event on the west coast of Vancouver Island. And this could be the first live stream event ever, anywhere on the west coast of Vancouver Island, fishing in the Pacific Ocean. And we've got a very nice view. So the coastline right behind me. This is Kyuquot Sound at the northwest corner of Vancouver Island. And we're gonna be fishing for chinook salmon. We are fishing for chinook salmon, and we're fishing for chinook salmon with Dave Murphy from Murphy Swirl Fishing.
Hi guys.
So the local expert in this area. And we've been out for about 2 hours now, and fishing has been pretty good, I would say. And we can show everyone what we got so far. So 2 chinook salmon so far, and that one's 86 centimeters. That one's 76. So they're roughly hovering around the mid-teens, so 14 to 17 pound big, 2 fish. The big one is mine, and the small one is not small one. The smaller one is Linda's. Yeah, smaller one is Linda's. Yeah. Okay. So we're not fishing too far from the shoreline. Our lodge is just back there, and we're fishing right by Spring Island right here, right?
This is Spring Island, yeah.
Spring Island, yeah. And if you look on the Scotty downrigger, it's at 91 feet below the surface. And we're just trolling small presentation that looks like bait fish that they're feeding on. And now we just wait for the next bite. Any questions? Feel free to leave it in the,
Hey,
I don't know.
I thought it was camera.
I don't think it's on. I don't think there's anything there. It just popped and there's nothing. I didn't even see the bite. There's no bite.
You were chatting, I was looking the other way.
I was chatting too much.
We don't have the camera from now.
Yeah. Good start. We had 2 bites, 2 misses. And Linda, you have to read out the questions if there are any.
Oh.
And I think someone asked when the tide changes. It's 4:30 right now, and we have a tide change at 5:15. So we're working towards the tide change. And typically, Dave was saying that whenever there's a tide change, fishing is the bites come on. That's when the feeding happens, right, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's good. And we if you just tune in, we got 2 fish in the cooler right now, and we caught those about an hour ago, half an hour ago. So looking pretty good so far.
And we let 2 go.
And we let 2 go, at least 2 go. And we had a few other bites as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 smaller ones go.
One not so small.
Yeah, one wasn't too small, and we still let it go because we want to save it for the live stream. Hopefully we can hook a few more fish. So
Have you ever fished near the Sunshine Coast?
many years ago, I haven't been to the Sunshine Coast in the last 20 years now. But it can be pretty fun in that area as well. Yeah. So this is our first day here in Kyuquot Sound, and typically the guests will come, and it's a 3-night trip. On the first day, you usually arrive around mid-afternoon, and you'll go out fish in the evening time. We're a little different because we're doing a live stream, so we've been out a little earlier. But most of the other guests are having dinner right now, and they don't get out until 5:30.
Right about 5.
5 o'clock.
They'll be around us soon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna see more boats coming out pretty soon, and they'll fish from 5 until
8 o'clock.
8.
Yeah.
For the first evening. Then you go.
What speed are you trolling at?
What speed? What speed are we trolling at?
2.6 to 3.
Yeah. Is that a pretty
Pretty common.
common speed? Yeah. For chinook salmon. Yeah. Yeah. So tomorrow we're gonna be fishing all day. We get a wake up call at 5 o'clock in the morning. We'll fish all day, and we'll do the same thing again on day 3. And day 4, you can get out. You have the option to get out fish in the morning if you want to, but usually we get so many fish in the first 3 days. We don't usually go out on the 4th day. 4th day is just kind of relaxing and have a nice brunch before going home. So that's your typical Kyuquot Sound trip with Murphy Sport Fishing, a 4-day trip. So target species today right now is chinook salmon. This is the largest species of all Pacific salmon species. Yeah, I guess we can show people how big the fish are again. So we got 2 fish in the cooler. So one is Linda's fish and one is mine. And they're roughly around 14 to 17 pound heavy. So we're just waiting for more bites right now. Any other questions?
What's on the hooks?
What's on the hooks? Well, we'll let the expert explain what's on the hooks.
What's on the hook?
A secret?
No, not really
Nope,
a secret.
no secrets.
Just
Yeah.
something similar to this, but a little bit smaller. We'll show it when we get a fish on,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We'll show exactly what we're using.
And what are they feeding on right now?
They're feeding on really small needlefish and
Needlefish,
baby
yeah.
herring,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And normally this time of year they're on the squid, but
Right.
they're not feeding on the squid right now. So
Right.
hopefully anytime they will be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is more of like a squid. So if I was fishing a little shallower water where the squid could possibly be, that's what I would use.
Yeah. Yeah. So the feed changes every year, and throughout the year too, and you kind of have to match your lures to the feed, so match the hatch, pretty much. Yeah. So trolling for salmon, and if you've never done salmon trolling, you're probably wondering why the rods are so bent. Because those lines are hooked onto downriggers. Because we're fishing in 80, 90 feet of water, you can't just drop the line straight down, let as much line out as possible, and expect the lure to be sitting at 80 or 90 feet below the surface. You need a downrigger, which has a big cannonball, a very heavy weight that you're attaching the line to, so to keep your presentation down there. And when you do get a fish on, and hopefully you'll see that, the line will come detached from the downrigger, and then we'll just be fighting the fish without any weight on it, besides the flasher and the lure on the line. Questions?
Any guesses on where the Chinooks are heading to? Are they Canadians or heading south?
Well, that's a good question. I'll let Dave kind of answer that. For sure.
Yeah, well, one of those fish was a hatchery fish, so we know he's probably going to the U.S. because they 100% mark their fish.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, they're from all over.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Here in BC, we right now not 100% of the hatchery chinook salmon are marked, but we're getting there,
closer,
right?
yeah. By next year, we should have a lot more.
Right.
And
Yeah.
say my lashes stayed together.
What's that?
Say my lashes stayed together.
Your lashes stay together.
Yeah.
Look, you guys will see it later on.
Okay.
Linda's
Yeah,
eyelashes stay
no, we have
together.
that's the question.
Yeah, that's.
They look great.
Yeah. Now I lost my train of thought. You're going through. Yeah. So the point of marking hatchery Chinook salmon
Is it
is
possible
so.
to get some incidental coho, or is it too early in the season?
Okay, let me answer that. Okay, let me finish this first. Yeah. So the point of marking all the hatchery Chinook salmon, hopefully we get there, is so that it could be a selective fishery. So we're keeping hatchery fish and leaving the wild fish alone. And because wild fish can be, some of the wild fish population are more vulnerable than some of the other ones. So the goal is to protect populations, and that's what we're heading towards. What was the question?
We have two. So, anyways, is it possible to get some incidental coho, or is it too early? In
Incidental
the season?
coho. So they were just saying that
Yeah,
we're getting.
there's quite a few coho
There's
this
quite a
year.
few cohos
This
around.
particular spot, because it's deep, you don't
Yep.
get a lot of coho here.
Mhm.
But some of the other spots, we've been really picking them up lately.
Okay.
Yeah, generally there's a good little.
Hey!
Go, 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 go!
Oh, fish on.
Get it up, figure. Keep going, keep going. Okay, and loosen.
Yeah, gonna loosen the drag. Gonna fish on. Don't think it's very big. We'll see. It's hard to say because it's so deep down.
That was at 90 feet.
90 feet.
feet. And it's 86 feet of water.
So he hasn't gone for a long run yet. So it's hard to say. Everyone's quiet now. Got a fish on.
No pressure.
No pressure, eh? Yeah. All right. Yeah, it's
I
not-
don't think he's a real big one.
Yeah, I don't think it's very big.
What do you got?
Oh,
That's a little chinook.
yeah, little Chinook salmon. We're gonna let this one go, and Dave's gonna show you how to release a salmon properly when from the boat.
Yeah, you don't have to net them. You don't have to touch them. Get them in as quickly as possible. Grab the line really close. Put your gaff in the hook, and then just turn it over.
Woo.
Away he goes.
Easy does it.
Yeah, you don't need to touch them ever.
Yeah.
You don't need to lift
And the
them
whole
out of the
point,
water.
this is kind of like the recommended practice for releasing salmon in the ocean. There's no touching. There's no, your hands are not removing slimes or scales. You're not putting fish in the net. Again, same thing, not removing slime with scales from the fish, which protect limb. As well as if you put the fish in the net, the mesh could damage the fins of the fish. And that makes these fish, once you release them, more, I guess, likely to be chased by predators. It's harder for them to get away. But by doing this, that maximizes the chance of their survival. And that's the whole point of releasing a salmon, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
want them to grow, want to make it to the spawning ground.
And if you take their scales off with a net, right?
Yeah.
They're easier for predators to catch because they can see. They don't blend in.
Exactly, yeah.
Because that shiny silver really gets them blend into their
Yeah,
background.
yeah. And also,
they stick
the
out.
likelihood of infections goes up as well once you're removing those protected slime and scales. So yeah, that's good. We got a fish in the boat. We got a fish to the side of the boat. Just not the size that we want. The daily limit of Chinook salmon is for this area is 2 fish a day, and because I got one in a boat for myself, I can keep another one, and that's kind of what we're going for right now. Oh, I knew this year. So in the past, you have to mark your Chinook salmon on your license once you get it. But new this year is you also have to mark down the measurement, the length measurement of the fish. So it's something to keep that in mind when you. I know everyone gets kind of excited once they once they hook a fish. So it's always mark your fish down once you keep it. So what's going on, Linda? Am I passing on to the next rod to you? Is that?
You're the boss. Nobody wants to look at you, so.
Yeah, right? Yeah. Okay. Any other questions first before?
I think we did miss some. I think you answered one. Somebody asked.
Yeah.
What is the limit? You already said
Yep,
that.
yep.
And then the coho one, and then we go to fish.
Oh yeah, so the cold one. I mean,
did we fly in or drive in?
we drove here. So the drive here from we stayed in Campbell River last night, and the drive from Campbell River to where you get picked up to Kyuquot Sound is about 3.5 hours, 4 hours if you drive. Take your time.
And then someone's asked, was that fish not legal because of the size?
That fish was.
You could keep that if you want.
That
18
fish,
inches is...
Yeah,
is
18 inches is the minimum size. So that fish was legal, but we wanted something a little bigger, which is usually pretty common in this area. That's kind of what we're coming here for. Most of the fish that we're keeping are anywhere from 15 to 20 pounds, 10 to 20 pounds, I would say. So, yeah. Any other ones? Yeah. So with the coho, Dave, so you're seeing some coho now.
Yeah, so
but
usually we see them early. Then there's a gap, and then we start seeing the Vancouver Island coho, which is, we've done a lot of DNA, and once we hit sort of 15th of July, it's probably like 70% local from Nootka Sound to Port McNeill fish.
Oh, okay.
So even the East Coast fish end up on the west side for a bit, and then they find their way back.
And those fish tend to be bigger, right?
And abundant.
Yeah, abundant. Yeah. So yeah. And you were saying that they gain weight pretty fast.
Yeah, pound a week.
Pound a week.
Pound a week in the last month before they go into the river.
So.
Yeah, we've already seen some like 7-8 pounders.
Oh wow.
So you think how big of that fish is in September.
In September, yeah.
He's 16, 17 pounds.
Yeah.
Here, fishy.
And besides chinook salmon and coho salmon, there are other species that we're targeting as well, and also bycatches as well. So there are lingcod around here. You do catch lingcod around here. There's rockfish. There's halibut that we're going for maybe tomorrow further out offshore. And quite a few different rockfish species. So lots. You never know what you're gonna get. Because when trolling, we caught lingcod before as well, right?
Yeah.
And rockfish. So yeah. How many people watching? On top. 58 people watching so far. Okay,
wow,
so
that's pretty good.
Okay, that's good. So welcome if you're just joining us.
Since you're going for bottom fish tomorrow, why was there a change with the limit in size of halibut?
Okay, that's every year is a little.
Every year is different.
Every year is a little different, right?
International Salmon Commission, the Halibut Commission, they decide how many pounds are available for each region. Our region in Canada, the waters went down 20% this year, and to maintain a fishery that lasts the whole season from basically March until I think it's December 1st or December 31st.
Yeah.
We had to reduce the size and reduce the limit to 1.
Right. Yeah.
And that could very well change for next year.
Right. Yeah. It could go up again. It could be.
It likely will. For sure.
Yeah. So management approach kind of changes it varies every year.
Yeah.
Based on abundance. Yeah. So that's why this is a little lower.
Yeah. Tricky for this area because we catch a lot of big fish.
Right.
50 pounders and pretty tough to.
Yeah.
You have to change where you fish and how you fish, and it's tricky.
Right. Yeah.
But we're doing it.
Yeah. It's a good problem to have, I guess, how to catch smaller fish.
It's also a reduction for the commercial fishermen. It's a reduction for everybody.
It's not just recreational fishing, but commercial fishing as well. Yeah.
What's the biggest salmon you have caught?
The biggest salmon. My biggest salmon that my biggest saltwater salmon I've caught is actually from right here, and that was 11 years ago. Well, 10 years ago. 2015 was the first time I came here in Kyuquot Sound, and we just under, I think it was 27 pounds in this area. My biggest freshwater chinook salmon is bigger, but that was my biggest saltwater salmon from exactly this spot right here.
Was it here? Yeah.
Yeah, it was here. Yeah, and that was my very first fish here, so it was kind of fun. And you do get some bigger fish, right? Every year, there's a few thais coming in. as well.
Can you imagine last year? There's no way we could have live streamed that.
That's right. Yeah.
Not a chance.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Chaos.
Yeah. That's so last year when we came here last year, within an hour we got our limit and more. There was a lot more bites. Water clarity is down quite a bit. It's not ideal, but the fish are still biting. The visibility right now is about 2 or 3 feet only. So that makes it a little harder for the fish to see, especially your 80 or 90 feet.
You get these algae blooms, right?
Yeah.
Comes and goes.
Yeah. Okay. How many people now? 61. So it's going up. Okay. So welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, we're live from the west coast of Vancouver Island. We're fishing in Kyuquot Sound. I've done trips to this place every year for the last 10 years now with Murphy Sport Fishing. So Dave Murphy is guiding us today, and we're targeting chinook salmon right now. So far, one to the side of the boat. It was a little small, so we let it go. But hopefully we can get a few more bites instead of just answering questions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
On this trip that you guys are on, there's a couple of the guests have been with me for 31 years.
Oh wow, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, speaking of that, I mean, this is their 30th year running the operation. So it's
we started here in
Are
1995.
the fish showing up a bit late this year?
No.
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 Yeah.
Maybe even a little ahead of schedule.
Okay. Yeah. So the question was the fish are the fish showing up a little late this year? But no, it's pretty much right on schedule.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm not allowed to fish yet.
Yeah. They can't hear you, so remember that. Yeah.
Tell them I'm not allowed to fish yet.
Well, if I'll give you the microphone. We'll give. What do people think? So should Linda have the go now because I brought in the fish?
Nobody wants to look at
And yeah, do you rather look at Linda now? So should we put the microphone on her so she can have a crack at it for the next bite?
You should have a vote.
We should have a vote. Yeah, yeah. So
oh, they can hear me.
no, very little bit, right? Fins, yeah. So I'm wearing a wireless microphone, and Dave's wearing one as well. Linda's not wearing one. So, but because you're so loud, that everyone can hear you.
Okay, we're gonna make the turn here and go back with. You get a lot more bites.
A lot more bites
you're going with the current.
With the current.
Yeah.
So we've been going against the current. Now we're gonna turn around, going with the current. So.
And I can see the fish on the sounder. They're right along the bottom there.
Yeah. So we should show people where the fish are on the sounder.
Oh.
Yeah.
They like my behind the thing comment.
So 100 feet deep is see fish right there on the bottom. Yeah. And this is pretty accurate. Still at 60. No, how many people now?
61.
61. Okay. Well, keep joining in.
Yeah. You know what? When we go to a big school, I don't think there's really a big school, but there's definitely a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we make the turn, adjust our speed down a little bit because now we're really going with the current.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I guess it's slowing down the boat now. Now we're going with the current. Did anyone say who they want to see catching the fish?
Yeah, it wasn't you.
Oh, it wasn't me. Okay, yeah. Well, the crowd. The crowd has spoken, so we'll take the microphone off.
Is it mostly a gravel bottom?
Yes, this is gravel, but the fish hang out just before the rock.
Oh, don't get that close to the camera.
No,
they don't want to see that.
I can't see what I'm doing here. So.
Here, let's turn it around.
Okay.
And if you donate to the chat, wait, can they donate money?
They can donate money.
Yeah, donate money, and we can like poke a thing in that rod.
Oh wow, yeah, that's not good. Yeah. Okay, so.
Okay.
Microphone is on Linda now.
Okay.
So.
I'm ready.
So this is your.
This is my third time now here.
Yeah. And
third time.
What are your thoughts so far?
My thoughts so far? I don't know. I'm just having fun. I love being on the boat and going woo and all that. So it's a bit slower than last year. I mean, last year we got a fish within like the first, wasn't it like 10 seconds or something like insane like that? But this is still steady enough where like you're always looking at the rod because you're always gonna get something. I already got my one fish, so I mean, I'm happy, just waiting for another one. And yeah, lots of sea otters. I got to see some nudibranchs down at the dock. This is like my favorite trip of the year. I always look forward to this every year. Even if we didn't catch any fish, I love being on the ocean. I love kelp. I just love the coast. I love coastal places. We saw a bear on the way in with 2 cubs, so that was another excitement of mine.
Starfish. How many different starfish?
Oh yeah, we found 3 species of starfish. We found the ochre starfish, a bat star, and a leather star. And I haven't seen a bat star in a while. Like I always get the ochre starfish and the leather starfish around near White Rock, but I haven't seen a bat star in quite some time. So that was my morning excitement.
Okay. So next thing, show people the bigger coastal club. Explain to people what's going on.
Okay, so we are fishing for chinook salmon out here in Kyuquot. This is, I don't know, this is my fish. This is my nice chinook salmon. The limit is 2 per day, over 18 inches, but we've let some go on the side of the boat already. It is now my turn to fish because Rod just keeps hooking dinkers. But yeah, what else is there to say?
Yeah. So is it a really calm day? Is it a really calm day, or is it just still fairly protected water out here?
This is a fairly calm day,
Yeah,
but
it doesn't.
for salmon fishing, we can get into protected waters. We're in open water right now.
Great. Yeah. So if you're afraid of, I guess, for seasickness, there's places to go. You can go.
Yeah, if you're afraid of seasickness, I guess there's places to go where it's more calmer. I mean, I don't think this is bad, but I've never had seasickness, so I don't know what bad is bad, because I've been in a lot worse than this. But just take your seasickness nicotine patch or whatever it is. It's not, you know the seasickness patch.
I gotta zip by here.
I should probably be focused on the rods.
The fish are right on the bottom too, right?
Okay.
That's,
So get ready is what we're saying.
well, we're coming up to the good spot there. Show people the Scotty Seeker.
So you have to talk about that.
Oh. So the Scotty Seeker, you see that on my phone? So that is an acoustic device that's hooked to my cannonball, and it tells me how deep it is and what the speed is at the ball, including the temperature. It's a really handy little device. Okay.
And how is that beneficial?
Well, you don't always know current on the top compared to current on the bottom, right? So sometimes you have to go a lot faster.
that was me seeing things.
Oh, that's just hitting the bottom.
That's how
That's how
I thought I was
deep they are,
just
like-
seeing things.
It's a gravel bottom, so it doesn't.
I was ready. It was-
Sometimes a little puff of gravel makes them bite. Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Come on.
So, okay. So what's the plan after fishing tonight?
Tonight, I was going to go down to the dock and just record a bunch of animals. I don't know if there is. Oh, we're supposed to be eating. Yes. So I thought we were missing dinner. We're not missing dinner. Maybe we have a late dinner. I don't know.
They're saving you dinner.
They're saving us dinner because we got special treatment schedule, so we got out as soon as we got here, when most people just kind of have a lull and then come back, have dinner. I don't know. I don't know the normal people schedule, or the normal guest schedule. But we'll eat. I want to go down to the dock and poke my fingers in anemones and things like that.
So the Scotty Seeker, Dave,
Yeah.
are they? Is it wireless or is it hooked
Yeah.
into?
It's basically there's a transducer on the boat, and it transmits the data wirelessly, and then it transmits it to a hub that puts it on the screen or puts it on your phone. You can have it either way, into your MFD or right on your phone. I just use it on the phone because it takes up a little less space. I want to see. I want to use the whole screen for my sonar. But yeah, simple setup, works fantastic. And I have them for both sides, but I'm just running one right now, just because the speed is the speed. And And the depth is the depth here. It's pretty easy as long as you're on the bottom. You're good. And these fish aren't always on the bottom, they just happen to be, right? The needlefish are always on the bottom, so. Speed up a little bit.
I'm itching my eye. I might stab myself in the eye if the boat shifts.
You have to keep talking. You have to keep talking, keep people entertained.
Well, I don't know. I just ramble on about things. What else did I see today? We woke up this morning. That was about it. Came here. The drive was nice. It was sunny, and the weather is porpoise. Oh my god! Oh, look at them! One just stuck his dorsal fin out. Oh, are they false killer whales? I don't like. What would they be?
Just little porpoise.
Just little porpoises.
Yeah, little porpoises. Little.
Do we know what kind of porpoises? What? I remember seeing them like the first time we were here, and there was a whole pot of them, and they're like chung, chung, all out of the water. Oh.
They're different. They're just little black ones, and they're quite small.
But they're not false killer whales.
No,
they're something else. They're like the little. Okay,
they're little porpoises, but they're tiny.
Aww.
Is the cannonball speed usually slower than the SOG speed?
Depending on if you're going with or against the current. So if you're going against the current, lots of time the cannonball speed is greater than the surface. But when you're going with the current, lots of times it's slower. It all depends.
Yeah.
Wait! I missed that. What? I'm trying to look at the porpoise. Is it porpoises or porpoise?
Porpoises.
Porpoises.
Lena, where are you guys staying?
Kyuquot. We're at the Murphy Sport Fishing Lodge in Kyuquot Sound. So it's like a cliff, and then we have a beautiful wooden lodge. So we all have like little rooms, and there's stairs down to the dock. There's a nice dining hall where everyone eats breakfast and dinner together, and says a lot about their day and all the interesting things that happened on each boat. It's a gorgeous area. Sometimes bears come in, and there's always eagles flying by. You can see sea otters from the lodge. You just wake up and look out and get to see the ocean. It's absolutely gorgeous.
So what is the rod and reel setup? What kind of rod is it?
It's a Shimano Technium, 10.5 foot medium. Shimano Moocher. I've got 60-pound braid with 100 feet of 40-pound mono top shot.
So what's the point having braid then mono on top?
You just get to see when you're fishing deep. Like if you're down past 150, you can see if you get a small fish on the line. Even a rockfish or a small cod shows up. And you never have to. You're only replacing 90 to 100 feet of mono. You never have to replace the braid. It's pretty much good for the lifetime of the reel.
Right.
It's a little bit of an investment to start because braid's expensive, but it's worth it.
Okay, good. We're just waiting for fish now.
Yeah.
Audio check again. You can
hear
us,
me?
Right? Yeah.
You can hear Rod. Do you guys want Rod back? I know he's not as entertaining.
No.
But we're waiting for a fish. Nice Chinook salmon. We want a huge one. I want my arms to be sore.
So we've been streaming for 34 minutes so far. Missed 2 bites and landed 1 small one.
Yeah,
And,
it seemed to have slowed down as soon as we put the live stream on. I swear it's slowed down.
Well, show people again what we got. Okay.
Yeah. There we go. This is our stash. Beautiful Chinook salmon, black gums, nice big.
You want to hold one up just so people can see how
beefy heads.
What is going to happen if we get a fish on? Right?
I know. I'm like.
Come
on.
We always have them on ice too. Eh? That's important.
Yeah. Okay. Now I wipe my hands on Rod. No. Thank you. Here, fishy. Where are you, fishies?
Yeah. Yeah, no fishes there though. The other boats are just starting to come out. Now there's boats here and boats off the point. Let's see, 4 or 5 boats off the point. I could turn on the radio, but it would be a lot of chit chat.
So these are boats from the same lodge. The guests just have dinner. So they're coming out.
So they have dinner first and then come out?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We get like a doggy bag, I guess, later of
We
cold
try to eat
dinner.
around 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock dinner, and then usually on the water 4:30, 4 to 5. 5 at the latest, depending on how some people are slow to get out. But the guides are ready to roll as soon as
It's getting sunny
guests
again,
eat.
though. So
I'm
how
running
many?
an autopilot. That's that noise in the background.
I want to see the porpoises again.
They're funny little guys. You see them a little bit, then they don't come
And they
up.
just, it's like, huh. Interesting.
Okay, well, welcome everybody. If you just joined the live stream, we're live from Kyuquot Sound on Vancouver Island, west coast of Vancouver Island. This could possibly be the first live stream event for saltwater fishing on Vancouver Island.
You gotta show our special friends.
It's our attempt to show some salmon to you while doing live. So far we missed 2 bites. Landed the small one. Now Lena's got. Oh, sorry. Now Lena's
I just got stabbed in the nose.
Just hit, no.
Oh, it's bottom? Okay.
Yeah.
Just get out of the way.
No, Lena has the microphone. That's what I'm saying. So close to her.
Yeah, so.
And she's gonna be grabbing the next fish, hopefully. So.
Hopefully, I'm waiting. I'm patiently waiting.
Yeah. So show your friend.
Show my friend. We brought Boofus. He's got his own little life jacket, Mustang. You know, he's here. He's ready. He's got his little hand, and Rod hates him. So, tell me if you like Boofy. He sits there. He's just a mascot. Toad in the ocean. He's our good luck charm. No more pork pie.
You want to check your gear every single pass, just because if you get a jellyfish or something on there, the fish will not bite it. So every time I make a turn, I check the lines, make sure they're.
So
The big lion's mane jellies here.
Yeah,
like
big jellies.
Huge.
Every 10, 20 minutes?
Yep. I kind of do it every time I make a circle. And then I can look at my flasher for speed. When I bring it up there, I can tell if I kind of set my speed, how fast the flasher's turning.
Okay, so what's your prediction in the next half an hour?
In the next half an hour, I hope we get something. I mean, it seemed to be pretty steady. As soon as I was on the rods, now we don't seem to have steady bites. But I have high hopes. I'm not losing any hope. I've never lost hope here. It's Kyuquot. You always get something.
So far since you start fishing, besides the live stream, how many bites have we had? Do you think about roughly?
Roughly, a good dozen. I can't remember now. Bites plus fish before live stream. It's been enough that I've lost count. And what we got out here, 2. I didn't keep track of time either. Yeah, we got out around round 2. Pressure's on.
I think everyone's waiting. Everyone's waiting for a bite.
I know. I just want ding, 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 ding.
My other boat that just got here, he's hooked a fish.
Oh yeah.
He's on. Oh, he is on a fish. Oh yeah. Woohoo! like so locked in. It's like, come on, one of them.
So do you have needle fish hoochies on both sides?
Yes. Yes.
Didn't we have something else on early on one, and then we weren't getting any bites on one?
I fish a spoon a lot, and I think that the water's so dark. I think it's got to be close to the flasher to get them to bite right now.
We can talk about what's going on here.
Yeah.
Me or Dick? Oh, I can't see what's going on. They have a fish. They seem to be. Oh, are they? I haven't seen it yet. Does it look big? Are they gonna keep it? Is it a nice one?
He's getting his net.
Oh, he's getting the net. They're gonna keep it. So when they pull it out of the water, you'll be able to see. Woohoo! Look at that. That's a fish. That's a chinook.
They got her.
Awesome. Woo! They can't hear me from here, but we'll give them a clap. And now back to rods. I'm gonna put this because I'll step on it.
Yeah, spin it a bit.
You don't want to trip on the boat. Now we need a fish.
Tell people to ask questions.
Ask questions. Ask me questions. Ask questions about where we are. We woke up this morning. We got here out on the ocean at around 2 o'clock. We're in Kyuquot Sound, fishing for chinook salmon. What's your predictions? When do you guys think a fish will bite? Maybe if you guys all wish. Maybe if you guys, hands together and sing the fish song, Linda will get a fish. Where are you, fishies?
It's gonna happen. So there's a tide change at 5:15. And
well, that's
pretty much right now.
That's the predicted tide change, right? So it could have been a little earlier, it could be a little later, but it's...
Yeah, and tide change is usually when the bite is on. So we'll see. And again, the target species is chinook salmon. You might get coho salmon as well. You might get lingcod. You might get rockfish.
I would love to get a coho. Coho looks so pretty in the ocean. I'm so used to coho in rivers, but because we got one the first year, and it's just so pretty, and the tops of them are so blue. It's like when you get a fresh one in the sunlight. They're just I love coho. I'm coho biased. But I do have to say, the big springs for sashimi, I can't say sashimi, out of the ocean are absolutely delicious. Every time we get a Kyuquot spring, my dad and I we don't cook any of it. We just eat it raw. Freeze it for 2 weeks and just...
Have the squid showing up yet?
No, well, yes and no. They've already been here because there's a lot of eggs, but not a lot of actual squid, and the fish aren't eating them right now. There's no squid in the fish's bellies.
We jigged for them the first year, and I was so excited of the little squiddiglies. I love them.
I think they're going to continue with a steelhead quest next year.
Yeah, I would like to.
They can't get me, so it is, yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely am going to fish for steelhead next year. So just depends on when I get out, what the plan is, but I know spots now. I have the gear. I'm going to continue to do that and hopefully actually get something close to home this time. I'll get out a few times, of course, especially in the dead of winter. There's not much else to do, right? So I'll happily go to the rivers and get myself into some steel.
What is the peak timing for squid?
Generally, it's June. It should be now. This is usually when they're here. And the other day I was trolling, and I trolled up about 5 gallons of squid eggs on my cannonball. So they've been here. They've already spawned this first group, but there'll be another. I'm thinking in a couple weeks. Last year they came again in August. There was a huge bunch, 1st of August, and they were easy to catch and they were easy to fish with. So It's not a big abundant squid year for sure.
Yeah. So they're not always here every year, right?
No. Well, I think they're always here, but there's different survival rates for the squid. Like there's big, depending on ocean conditions, there's big squid years, just like there's big herring years, just like there's big needlefish years, right?
Yeah. Do you put scent on your hoochies and lures?
No. No. But what? I don't put scent on my hands, so no sunscreen, no weird stuff. That's important.
Yeah.
Lots of people wear gloves, but I'm careful what I do with.
I'm getting anxious.
So this is one of our boats.
Okay, behind us is one of our boats. I can't know who the guide is on it, but they're also fishing.
That is Captain James.
Captain James. So they just had a fish on and
they landed
got one in.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got one in, and hopefully they get some more. Hopefully we can get some more fish too.
You guys are where they're from.
Okay, where are you guys all from? Let me know where you're from and leave a comment.
And there's 90 people watching now, so welcome everybody. We're live from Kyuquot Sound on the west coast of Vancouver Island, and this could possibly be the first live stream ever anywhere on the west coast of Vancouver Island. Saltwater fishing for chinook salmon, and we're just waiting for that. If you're just tuning in, so far we have 3 bites, missed 2 of them, landed 1 small one that we let go. We're just waiting for more right now.
Happy Father's Day! My dad's in Quesnel on Dragon Lake, so he's not going to be seeing this, but I'll make him watch it later. I love your dad.
Someone's watching from New Zealand.
Hey! That's awesome. That is the good side of the internet, is just being able to watch things across the world. And, you know, not everyone has the money to travel, but just being able...
Like they're waving to you.
Oh, hello! Oh, that's...
You have fans everywhere you go.
And they got a fish. Woohoo!
You remember today at the gas dock, the one guy was telling us he watches you on YouTube on a 75-inch TV. He watches for all the bites, and he's pretty excited.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the whole point of live stream event, you know, being able to interact with the audience. It's just a fun way. We don't always do it, but because we got Starlink in the boat right now, that's
a new thing. Like no other years we've had Starlink. This is the first year Starlink has been obtained.
So we've been streaming for 48 minutes. We got people watching from Pennsylvania, we got Washington, you know, and New Zealand, Vernon, BC.
And Vernon is everywhere.
Keep the questions coming.
Keep the questions coming.
We gotta keep ourselves occupied.
The prayers for Linda to get a giant fish. That's bottom, yes. What is 93? It's 99 here.
Alaska, Texas, Wisconsin.
It's insane how much it slowed down. It was just like
bang, bang, bang.
Yeah, no. I'm bad luck. It's the toad. The toad's bad luck. And I've still got my eye on. I like looking in the water to see passing by things.
What kind of hook on the
that?
Single Siwash, Mustad stainless, 4-aught.
Like sun comes out, sun goes away. Sunglasses, no sunglasses.
These sunglasses are my glasses, so it's getting pretty dark.
I know, it's too dark, then you take them off and the sun comes out and then it's too bright and it's like, oh, on, off, on, off, on, off. What else are people saying?
Question for me. So, you ever gonna do carp fishing video with the guys from First Light? My friend Steve worked at First Light fishing tackle. You bought stuff from.
He's our
squid jigs.
He's our squid jig
supplier. Yeah. So
we bought everything he had.
Yeah. One day we will. Yeah.
I'm the mic, so I gotta be.
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah. What pound test for the leader, Dave?
Always 40 on a hoochie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lighter on the spoon or?
Lighter and longer on a spoon. You can go as low as 30, but you know the 30 is good for a long leader. But if you're gonna run a short leader on a spoon, you need to run 40.
Mm-hmm. And do you fish with plugs as well?
A little bit. Yeah. Not so, because there's not a lot of herring here, so most of the fish are on small needlefish, so the plug isn't the best thing to use.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, got a little shallow spot here.
Look how close it's going.
We're hitting bottom.
Yeah.
So explain what's going on.
So we're really close to shore, so the downrigger is hitting the bottom.
It just came up to 7
Yeah.
feet.
Oh yeah, look at that on the sounders, a big hump. Big hump of shallow. Yeah, so we hit that. That's why you always got to be constantly watching, so the depth of the downrigger and the sounder.
We were talking when we were supposed to be fishing.
Yeah, right. That's right. Look at this cool hose.
Does the time of the day matter when it comes to fishing for salmon around here?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they like to bite around the tides.
But not time of the day.
Nah. They tend to slow down just before dark. Like the last hour gets really slow. There's always a bit of a morning bite, but they bite around the tides. They like high tides better than low tides, but what happens a lot here is on the high tide, they'll actually move in to the shallow water, and it takes them a bit to come back out. So instead of being out here where it's 80 and 90 feet, they're in where it's 20 and 30, but they'll come back.
What else is happening? How many people do we have watching? Ooh.
Okay. What makes fishing special during Inkai?
It's no people.
Yeah, that's it. Just being so isolated, being around so much like native wildlife and just such an abundance of fish. And not just salmon, but any other species. Like there's so many rock cod, you just drop your line down and before it's even down, you've got a fish on. It's absolutely insane, the biodiversity. And it's just beautiful. It's, you know, the air is fresh, everything is gorgeous. Is that bottom still? 80?
Yeah,
it's bottom.
Here.
Yeah, the downriggers.
Want to show people the fish again? There's some viewers that showed me the fish. You gotta explain what's going on.
Okay, so before the live stream, we were able to get one fish each. Some nice Chinook, Springs, or Kings, whatever you guys want to call them. Beautiful salmon. Here's mine right here. I'll hold it up. Boy! This is when I'll get a fish on the rod. So, oh, you got the lid? There you go. This is what we got here. Side with the ice.
How heavy?
I don't know. Weight, Leah. Good weight.
You got a fish on beside us here?
Oh, they have a fish on. So maybe I'll put this down. Because maybe we'll hook into something. So, I need the fun hose. Look at this fun hose. You just like, woo! Yay! Oh, that's awesome. Oh, and I got wet
There's
hands.
a whale there.
Wait, whale? Where?
Did you, when you were filming here, he just come up just on the other side.
I missed it. I need sunglasses again.
So while waiting for the bite, we're just filming my friend Shamista and Naveen fishing in the other boat, and she has a fish on right now.
Awesome.
So they actually started watching my video during COVID in 2020, and that's when they started fishing too. And they've been out here to Kyuquot Sound maybe
Nice
2 or
fish.
3 times now.
Yeah.
That's a nice fish. Nice chinook.
Woo!
Nice salmon.
On a little hoochie. So that's our second
Awesome.
fish.
I need my sunglasses on again.
68 again here.
5. Okay, fish.
So earlier I mentioned that we're gonna do the live stream for 1.5 hours at least, and Dave was kind of shocked. But it's been 57 minutes so far, and we're waiting. Fingers crossed. Hopefully we'll get a nice solo one to show you.
Starlink must be fish repellent. Yeah. It's just me. I think I'm bad luck. Put Linda on the rod. Okay, nothing.
Still 89 people watching still, so they're waiting for you.
I know. The pressure's on. Again, if you just tuned in, then we're fishing off Kyuquot Sound, Murphy Sport Fishing, doing catching some chinook salmon, and waiting for me to get one. We already have 2 in the under my feet, in the cooler, in the fish box, and I'm waiting for my second one because the limit is 2 a day, possession limit 4. So if we catch 2 today, we can get 2 tomorrow, and then that will be it for the trip.
With salmon.
For salmon, yeah. Besides, we still have lingcod, rock cod, and a halibut to get. So I'm not sure what's on the agenda for tomorrow, but probably salmon in the morning, and then lingcod or rock cod are just easy. You just plop it down, jig a bit, and there you go, you got them. But for now, just trolling for salmon. And it's typical fishing, waiting game. Making sure the downrigger doesn't hit the bottom, going to the right spots, not falling overboard.
Okay, someone asked, how many hours of videos do you have to cut because no fish are biting?
Days.
Hours and hours.
Days worth. We'll have the GoPro, right? Days.
So the GoPro,
Absolute days.
So the GoPro is catching all the action, and 90% of it, nothing happens, right? But you try to narrow down, but still try to make it somewhat realistic.
Yeah.
So that's how we told the story.
Like my steelhead video was filmed of like weeks and days. It was like days on the vetter, full days of nothing, full week on the island of one fish, and it's so much footage you have to go through, and you have to like pinpoint like, okay, when did the fish get hooked? What's filmed? What was interesting? And besides just fishing, like filming of the actual fish, there's so much scenery and B-rolls and all that work that needs to be put in and done.
So what month during the season typically produce the biggest fish?
August. Because they've been in the sea the longest, right? They've had the whole summer to grow. So lake coves too, the Chinooks put on a lot of pounds in a hurry, especially when they're eating squid.
How, Linda?
I know, I'm like, I'm anxious. I should have had you back there. I should have been behind the camera. Wanted to fish so bad for nothing.
So the live stream is going for 1 hour now. You guys are very patient because it's still 85 people watching.
What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a fish in the next? Do you want it to go another half hour?
Yeah, leave it in the comment. How much longer can you wait?
These fish are really camera shy. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
They're camera shy. They know. If we started filming at 3 o'clock, it might have been one of the best shows ever. Right? They were
Actually, right?
Snapping like crazy.
That's just how live streams work. As soon as you turn the camera on, you're not getting anything. But we have proof of the fish we did get, so.
Someone say the next 5 minutes or the next 7 minutes, so we'll see.
Yeah.
Okay, mark it on the, I don't have a watch. Mark it on your watch. Mark the timer.
That last pass.
And which rod do you think is gonna go off first?
Well, it's gonna be this one.
It's gonna be that one? Yeah, it's always been that one.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll throw a curveball and this one will go off, but. Red line versus yellow line.
I changed that one out to a spoon.
Okay.
Typically I like that best, but they've been biting that. Nobody's asked about the color of flasher? No.
Yes.
Yeah, as long as it's any color, as long as it's red. Especially this time of year. For me, anyway. But you'll ask another boat and he'll be using a blue one, somebody using a green one. I don't think it really matters that much, honestly. Later in August, gold seems to work really good as they start to stop feeding. In the olden days, there was only 4 colors: blue, green, lime green, red. People caught a lot of fish.
Now there are 94 people watching. 97 now.
Oh no. So we have to get something. Do we have to prove that we have fish again?
Yeah, you can always show us.
Okay, to prove that we have gotten fish. Oh, big waves. Okay. So yeah, we got 2 chinook. Rods is here, mine is here. Got them nice on ice. We got these before the live stream. We also got like probably about a dozen bites before we hit the live stream. And now Rod got a bite on the live stream, missed 2. They were just bad timing. And now we've had a bit of a lull. They put me on the rod and had a lull. So we're waiting. We're patiently waiting. And with all the luck, we know that we're going to get a fish and I'm going to lose it. It's just what happens. But high hopes.
Yeah.
Always high hopes.
Time to break out the salmon dance.
Yeah.
You're doing enough dancing, just like counteracting the waves. Woo!
You can see the boats on the points there. Everybody's out fishing now for the evening.
Yeah. Do you guys like everybody fishes in the same area?
No.
Or do you kind of go off? I guess where
Just
the
depends
fish are?
on, yeah.
Yeah.
I think a few have gone over to the south, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Now there's 100 people watching.
Wow.
I guess it's after people's
After
work
dinner.
time, right? Normal, or no, it's, what day is it today? It's Sunday. It's Sunday. Oh, people don't work. Well, still, I mean, people have part-time jobs and work.
Are you sure those fish are not picked up on Safeway?
Whoa, I mean, if you can get fish from Safeway that fresh and guts all in and...
We're fishing in about 90 feet of water right now, gravel bottom. Lots of the other boats that have just came out, they're up in the shallow water. It's only 50 feet back there.
So why are they back legs over here?
Just I didn't pick that spot because there's a pesky seal there. That's the only reason we didn't start down there. And if we were the only boat fishing, he would have got us. So that's why we're here.
Pesky seals.
Okay, we have more people watching now, so welcome everybody. We're live streaming from Kyuquot Sound. You don't have to do that. Live streaming from Kyuquot Sound, and this will possibly be the first attempt of live streaming anywhere on the west coast of Vancouver Island. We're targeting chinook salmon, trolling for them tonight, and we've been out here since 2 o'clock this afternoon. Before the live stream started, we did have quite a few bites. We got 2 fish in the cooler, and early on during the live stream, we missed 2 fish, and I landed released one on the side of the boat because it's kind of small, and we're just waiting for more bites right now. So stay tuned. Hope you can stay with us. We'll keep the stream going for quite a while, and hopefully we can show you a fish.
It's getting really nice and warm out, I do have to say. Gorgeous sun. You're just waiting on a bite. Any more questions?
Not really. You can feel free to ask questions.
Yeah, feel free to ask any questions in the comments. It keeps everybody talking and our brains running while we wait for a hungry fish.
I'm fishing 108 feet on the cannonball there in 90 feet of water with a 20-pound lead, so I'm right on the bottom.
So 90 feet of water, but the downrigger is 100 feet out. So that's because the current is pushing it, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of current here right now. When they're feeding the needlefish, they tend to be right on the bottom.
What do you have to say?
Yeah.
That's what I have to say. I'm patiently waiting. I keep wanting to go and look at the waves and the scenery and all the things crashing around. I'm like, no, I gotta be locked in on the rods.
There is a whale around here too, somewhere.
Yeah. But I know as soon as I start getting distracted by whoo, then something's gonna go off.
Watch kettle never boils. Is that what they say? That's a. I've just seen a couple on the sounder there.
Right.
Yeah, there's one just down the bottom there, 10 feet out.
Do anchovies ever show up?
There's not a lot of anchovies here. You can use anchovies. That works good. But you get a lot of little bottom creatures too with the anchovy. And with the spoon or the hoochie at 100 feet, I don't think you really need the anchovy. But if you're fishing 30 feet, it doesn't hurt for sure.
Someone asked if the whales are scaring off the salmon, but it's humpback whale.
Yeah, so humpback whales wouldn't feed on salmon. They got baleen in their filter feeders.
They eat small bait fish, yeah.
But you do see orcas around here sometimes.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of sea lions here. There's a lot of orcas, lots of sea otters. right? There's 5,000 sea otters in Kyuquot, so that's the little snacks for those things. Yeah, they're here quite often. There's a bunch of bait on the sounder here right now. They're all on the bottom.
A bunch of bait on the centers?
Yeah, right along the bottom there. That's a good sign.
And it's where the salmons will be feeding.
So put out more questions because while we wait, so we can keep everyone entertained. This is a good chance for you to ask questions if you have any on saltwater salmon fishing or lingcod fishing or halibut fishing. We've got the expert right here, so there's a chance to have direct interaction with it. So while waiting for the bites.
Here, fishy, 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 come on.
No.
Check the lines, make sure we don't have a jellyfish on there.
The best rod for salmon fishing really depends on what kind of method you're using, right? So right now we're trolling for salmon, so the Shimano Technium 10.5 feet long mooching rods are great. If you freshwater fishing, a 10.5 foot long bait casting rod like a Technium, it's also very good. Boat fishing for spinning rods, a 9 foot long spinning rod rated between 8 to 12 pounds, 6 to 12 pounds, is excellent for coho, for chinook. Oh,
sorry.
What happened?
Okay, wait, did that come out? Was that from the bottom or was that?
So always check on your rod, right?
Yeah, you want to check every 10, 15 minutes or so.
Yeah.
I make it a rule, every time I turn, I check.
In case you have
and the water's so
seaweed.
dark, it's hard to see the kelp. Doesn't show up very well.
So how far back do you clip the downrigger, like a flash, or how far back?
20 feet, 25 feet. I think in the murky water it doesn't really matter. If it's super clear, gin clear, you can put it back a little bit. The closer it is to the ball, the tighter the rotation. If you put it further back, the slower, the wider rotation. Depending on what you're going for. Leader length can be anywhere from 42 inches to 10 feet, depending on the clarity of the water and what you're using. Typically a spoon is 6 to 8 feet is your leader length. I put a spoon out there, but that dirty water, they're not really hitting the spoon too much.
Well, thanks for your patience, everybody. We're still waiting. We just want
Yeah, you guys have a ton of patience. Even I'm getting impatient.
Need one solar fish to get the live stream going. So we've been going for 1 hour 15 minutes so far. So we'll see. We'll keep going.
My back hurts. Where are you, fishies? Why aren't you biting?
Someone's asking if which rivers are these chinook salmon going to? It's a mix. So we're not just fishing for one particular run of chinook salmon. A lot of these fish are heading down to the US. A lot of these fish are heading to rivers on Vancouver Island. You wouldn't really know unless you do a DNA analysis on these fish. So.
Well, I'm glad the anticipation is great.
Yeah, we're still at 93 people watching. We got up to 100 people at one point. So, yeah.
They saw you and clicked off.
Okay. So now what?
Just changing a flasher and a spoon combo.
Up to 100 people here.
Woohoo!
There's a counter on there, right? Tells us how deep. Come on, let's check our speed. See the bait down there again.
So now I might need my sunglasses off again.
Do you use cut plugs and mooch sometimes?
No.
No.
No, not a lot of herring here at all. Further north you go, you can use the cut plug. The only mooching we do is with live squid. And so when the live squid are around, we do that a lot. The fish aren't eating them right now. They're just eating tiny, tiny bait, which is typical for this time of year.
Can he run a second spoon or second rod, like neat line up?
Not really here because the fish are right on the bottom. It's more in the way. But I can run a third downrigger if I wanted to. But there's really no fish in the midwater column. They're all right on the bottom. So there's... If we were fishing in a deep water and the fish were suspended between 20 and 50 or 60, absolutely you could run 4 rods. There's a lot of current here too, right? You get tangles and all kinds of stuff. It's not as productive when they're really biting. They're almost always biting the bottom rod.
We need a bite.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, an auklet flew by.
Is the Scottish Seeker a game changer in your opinion?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm using it full time, and knowing where your depth is, it's interesting, right? I'm always within 5 feet of the bottom now. I never have to guess, right? And I'm running a 18-pound ball on that one with the Scottish Seeker. This side's got a 20. I don't really advise for most people to use a 20. You got to be on your game to keep it on there, right? Because it is heavier, right? 18's a good all around. If you're fishing less than 60 feet of water, just put a 15 on. If you're fishing 30 feet of water or a lake, put a 10-pounder on there. It's just easier to handle. You don't break lines. You don't break the parts. Right?
So these fly reels, the single action, what we call mooching reels, and a very typical reel that we use on the west coast of Vancouver Island for saltwater salmon fishing. And yeah, how do you like them? Do you like
Oh, I don't mind them. Yeah.
They're a little more, I guess, more entertaining when fighting the fish.
I think I just like mooching reels, so I'd much rather mooching reels for trolling salmon than anything else.
it's still there.
I know.
Still like 100 people watching. They're all waiting.
I feel so bad for you guys.
I think that tide was a little earlier than what we thought.
Yeah. Something has to be down there.
Okay, why is DFO trying to close some of the Chinook salmon fishery for stocks of concern when we can just clip most of the fish? And that's what we're doing. We aiming towards that, having going to be increasing the number of fish, hatchery fish, juvenile Chinook salmon being clipped, so we can have an actual marked selected fishery in the future. It's getting there. It just takes time.
It's beautiful here. Oh, sorry. Woo!
Come on.
No, just keep it. I'm just coming.
Oh, so, do you want it on you?
No,
if you're not...
no.
Okay.
I have to keep talking, right? So,
yeah.
Unless you want to talk, right? So just to recap, we're fishing in Kyuquot Sound. We've been streaming since 4:30 this afternoon, and oh, what's going on there? It's bottom. So far,
sorry, I keep bumping into you.
Yeah, you can just stay there. So far we.
That's my issue. Is like it's hard to stand still.
We started fishing around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we have quite a few bites. We landed 2 nice ones. We've got them in the cooler. Lina's going to show you those fish in a minute. And since we started streaming, we have 3 chances so far. Missed the first 2, and landed one which we released was a smaller fish. And so Lina will take over now and show us what's going on.
Okay, here's what we have in the bag. So we got Rod's nice fish here. Rod's beauty. Oh, yeah. Here. Hey. Beautiful Chinook salmon. And mine was slightly smaller. Oh. So now we're just hoping for more. Okay, don't want to trip on these things.
Yeah, so someone mentioned that was a hatchery fish, and it was. So we had an adipose clip, very likely to be coming from one of the American hatcheries. Come on, fish.
I know.
Come on, fish.
You know, as soon as we end the live stream, we'll get one.
Yeah.
That happens every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Ice fishing, always.
Like when we started, right? You're
Right?
just getting the camera set up and the rods are going off.
Yeah.
Anybody that's trolled for salmon knows what we're going through right now.
Oh, of
right?
course.
The highs and the lows, right?
And it can change really fast. Sometimes you can get, we've been getting nothing for the last, however long, half an hour, 40 minutes. And all of a sudden it can change, you know, you can just get one up.
Yeah, with the snap of a finger. That's fishing.
There's Tristan. He looks young because he is young.
So how old is Tristan?
Tristan's 21, but he's been on the dock for a lot of years. He's a sniper. A lot of our guides start at the dock. That's how you work your way up. You start working in the dock, and you learn the boats, you learn the fish, and we have a little boat that the guys can go out fishing every other day. And then once they sort of prove themselves, they become guides. It's the best way to do it.
Someone say 1 minute until 5:55. Fish o'clock.
Typical.
Fish o'clock.
Still 95 people watching, and you guys are very, very patient.
Yeah, thank you guys for being so patient. I'm sorry I've gotten no fish.
And if you have more questions, send them in. It could be about saltwater fishing, could be about our videos, freshwater fishing, anything you want to ask. So keep them coming. And if you're just tuning in, we're staying at Murphy Sport Fishing Lodge in Kyuquot Sound. This is a typical trip like this is a 4-day trip. Today's our first day, and usually the guests arrive around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, have dinner, early dinner, then out fishing for the evening. Second day is you're out fishing all day, you wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, fish all day. Same thing with the third day, and on the fourth day you fish in the morning before going home. And fishing isn't always about catching, that's right. So scenery, it's beautiful.
I mean, we've already seen whales, porpoises, sea otters, bears.
It's way funner when you're catching fish, Rob. Come on.
Okay, let's tell you what you got planned for the rest of the summer.
For the rest of the summer. So in a week we have a derby at Lac Lejeune, whatever, it's French. And so that is a one-day thing. Me and Rod will be going up. Then I go to Washington, and then we go to the Yukon. And so me and Rod will be in the Yukon for a week. And then me and my dad's going to fly up, meet me there. We have a canoe rental, and we're going to be canoeing down for 3 weeks the Yukon River from Whitehorse to Dawson City. So doing Lake LaBarge, doing all that, and then to the Yukon River. So super excited for that. It's basically just like, I think about 6 days, and then we stop in Carmack. And then do another 6 days up to Dawson City. And then we got 2 days in Dawson City. And after that, I get back, I go to my friend's wedding, and then we're up to the float lodge in Night Inlet.
Yep.
And
then,
I don't think I missed anything there.
And then we're back with Murphy Sport Fishing on the Salmon River in Port Alberni.
And maybe tuna fishing. Maybe. I keep begging.
Someone else did ask about tuna fishing.
I've been...
And which is what they offers in late August. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, last couple weeks of August.
If we have time.
The average size of chinook salmon around Kyuquot Sound so far this year, what's the average? About 15?
Yeah, probably 15 or so.
Pounds?
It's probably the same average for here to Alaska right now.
Did I miss anything for my summer?
No, you got it. Yeah. I'm quite amazed. We've been doing this for 90 minutes now, and fishing is a little bit on the slow side for the last hour. but we're just keeping getting more and more people watching. Now it's up to 100 again. So people keep checking to see if we got fish.
What are people saying? I can't see. What sort of other creatures come up on the line? So we can get anything from lingcod, rock cod. What other things are around here? Rockfish.
Yeah.
Sea bass.
The black rockfish and canary and
yeah. Every once in a while, a halibut bites when you're trolling.
Yeah.
Too, right?
Jellyfish get snagged on the line.
Yeah.
Seaweed.
Squid eggs.
Mermaids.
and lingcod.
I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
I said lingcod.
It's a pretty gravelly bottom here, so there's not a lot of lingcod. Not there.
Yeah.
Some places that got lots of bumps and humps and
Yeah.
more hitting the bottom there.
What's your favorite rockfish to catch?
Black sea bass or black rockfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Just because they're schooly, fun to catch. You use on light rods and they're not on the bottom. So you don't have a lot of bycatch.
So we have the 1.5 hour mark, and we go for
I say we keep going.
Yeah.
The Starling can handle it. Another half hour.
I think so.
See? Okay.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll go. If you guys hang around.
Has there been any glitches at all?
No, it's been good.
Perfect.
It's been excellent, right? How's the streaming quality, guys? If you can leave messages in the comments. I want to know. But if you stick around, we'll go for another half hour at least, and hopefully we can get a fish.
Hoping. Come on, Boofus, give us luck.
What is Boofus? Someone asked.
Boofus is a silicone prop cane toad. He's my child. Yes, I'm aware that's very weird. But he brings good luck. He sinks, so we got him a life jacket. And it's the best purchase I've ever made in my life. I saved up a lot of money for this thing. Hey, some people get silicone in the face. I get it in the form of a giant fake toad. So he sits here as our mascot, wiggles his little arms, and apparently not today, but he should be good luck.
Someone asked how do we fish for squid?
We have a weird squid jig thing that looks like, and then we just go ding, ding, and then jig. I don't know how to explain that any better, but like the weird thing that the squid got, it's like a thing, and then that squid jig. Is it actually called a squid jig? But it looks like this with a lot of prongs, and I guess they just get caught on it.
The hardest part of squid jigging is finding them. Yeah, if you don't know what they look like, and it's really difficult. So typically there's not a lot of other people that have sort of figured out how to catch the squid. You can catch it at night in shallow waters and ports, but we don't want to stay up that late, so we generally just try to catch them where we're fishing, right? And you know, if the salmon are full of squid, squid are got to be somewhere, so you just start looking and
Interesting.
feel your way around.
I found a squid egg sac at White Rock, and then Rod didn't believe me. Low tide, and I'm like, I just found a squid egg sac, and Rod's like, no, I doubt it. And then I showed him pictures, like, no, that's squid eggs. I'm like, I know. The weird, like, low tide, I didn't know. That was my big fascination.
I think the squid die after they spawn.
Do they?
I don't know. Well, to have a squid egg so big, I mean, squid's this long and the eggs are that big.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's like frogs. You always wonder how that egg sac came out of it. It's like, what is this?
if you had to choose one spoon and one flasher for the rest of your life, what would it be?
It would be a Kingfisher 3-inch, number 011, and it would be a red hotspot. I didn't even have to think about that. Easy one.
Now there's 106 people watching.
That's a lot of people when you think about it.
Jason's story says hi.
Oh, hi, Jason. Jason was a fishing guide here for a lot of years.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of motor are you running?
I have twin 200 Yamaha 4-strokes and a 25 Yamaha 4-stroke small engine.
If you weren't live, would you be munching on food?
Yeah. If we had food, I'd be munching on food. I'm so hungry. I'm like thinking about sandwiches. I'm like, Kyuquot sandwiches.
So some people are just tuning out because we have over 100 people watching, and they ask me, have you caught anything yet? So.
Okay, so I haven't. I mean, we have, before the live stream, we probably got about a dozen bites, a lot undersized. So me and Rod both kept some decent fish. And we had a few bites on the live stream. Rod got in a kind of, not undersized, but just small. We don't want it. So put it back. And now we've had nothing. But we do have in this lovely, lovely cooler is our catches from earlier today. So this is Rod's gorgeous chinook salmon and then mine, which is a little bit smaller. And we're still just waiting on a bite for poor Linda here. As you see, this fish is a clipped hatchery fish, no adipose fin. Mine is adiposy. Yeah. Chinooks have such like weird big heads. Like Rod. Hey. Yeah, food would be. SOS. I'm starving.
So what's for dinner tonight, Dave?
I didn't check, but I'm.
It smelled something like curry.
I'm
I
really,
smelt it. I smelt it when they were preparing it.
I'm really hungry.
No, I smelt them preparing it. It smelled something curry-like, and I was like, That was when I was running down to put all the gear in the boat. Oh.
So maybe explain to people like what meals you typically get at the lodge.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, my favorite, I will always rave about the sandwiches, which are usually just brought for lunch. We bring the lunch on the boat, and I love the sandwiches. But so for dinner, it's just kind of buffet style. And what have we had? Chicken. We got ribs one point. There's like a roast beef dinner. Just lots of really good food.
So there's like Greek nights. There's roast. There's every night's a little different. So yeah.
They are not hungry. No. Some.
We're starving in here.
Yeah.
We're gonna start the Donner party.
So do the chinook stink like the ones on the bed?
No, because they're red. So they are red springs. The ones on the vetter, the ones that stink on the vetter are white chinook. So they're the white meat ones, and those are the ones that have that kind of very fishy smell when you catch them. And yeah, these ones they just smell like nice fish.
Do you ever get whites out here?
The odd one. It's a question I get all the time when people see it. Like, where are those going to? You know, did they get them everywhere? And they're pretty unique to Chilliwack, Harrison, right? Implanted around the Fraser Valley in a bunch of different spots there. But they are unique to that area. They don't get them in the U.S. They don't get them anywhere else in British Columbia. It's just there. And they're white because they can't process the enzyme in the bait, so they don't get the pink color like the other ones.
I think they're delicious. I love eating white spring.
They shouldn't taste any different. It's the same.
People say they
fish.
taste different.
Say they taste different.
And
Really?
no, it tastes like chicken, like the dark meat on chicken. Like delicious. The collars too are like my favorite. I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry.
So here's a test for you. Differences between Chinook and Kyuquot salmon.
Me?
Yeah.
So Chinook have the dark gums, big, ugly, weird heads. I forget the spots on the tail wise. Because they both, in the river, I always kind of can tell because, like, again, Chinook are bigger, the black gums. Coho have more of the white gums, and their spots, the spots on Coho don't look like leopards. I always find that Chinook spots look like kind of like leopardy. The actual, like, scientific difference, I just know it by sight now.
Yeah. Well, okay, so for Chinook salmon, it's got spots right across the tail, from top to bottom. For Coho,
Coho's only top half, right?
Top half, or even top quarter.
I just go by gums.
For Coho. So. You guys are literally living my dream, but have beef ribs. Ha 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 ha.
No, I want beef ribs. I'm about to eat the seaweed in the water.
Well, the fish are not very bitey. We promise we'll go on until, I guess, 6:30. Fingers crossed, but we're also very hungry. But we'll see. Besides the fishing, I think the live stream has gone pretty well. The streaming quality is pretty good, I think. Maybe we'll do another one. We'll see. Maybe we'll do another one through.
We could do like a random one when the fishing's actually good.
Yeah, so this is our first day. We got 3 more days here, so check back and stay tuned. Check out both Instagram and Facebook platforms for updates. And, yeah. But we'll keep going for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll keep going for a bit. Oh my god, I smelled that from back there. I'm like, what smells like Coke? Oh my
Coke
god.
bottles.
I'm about to risk anasakiasis and just eat the Chinook.
Fish have kind of disappeared. You don't even see them now.
Yeah. So that does happen, right? I mean, fish, they'll go somewhere else. And,
Oh yeah. Oh, they shut down.
yeah.
They only eat for so long.
Yeah.
Then they take a break. But there are days when they eat all day. On small tides, right? They'll just eat and eat, especially with small bait fish. It's a lot easier to catch the fish when they're eating small needlefish because they can always fit one more. If they're eating a big herring or a pilchard, when the bite's off, it's off. You don't even have a chance. They can't physically fit another piece of food in their stomachs.
Ooh.
Well, we'll give another 15 minutes. Another 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna have to eat soon.
yeah.
I know.
Fish ducks.
That's an auklet there, I think. I don't know what those are. Oh! Buddy popped up. Porpoise.
Oh, otter.
Are you sure?
Sea otter.
Oh, it is? Lame. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh. Oh, yeah, he's splashing his little...
There's a lot of otters here.
Yeah.
Lots with babies right now. Tons with babies.
Aw.
You gotta keep talking.
I miss being on the ocean.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying my looking out into the distance.
Do salmon have scales? Yes, they do. They
No.
have tiny,
Yes, they do.
tiny scales
Yep.
compared to other species. They're pretty soft usually.
Yeah, they are. They are quite. That's why salmon skin's good. So you can cook them with the
Scales, yeah.
scales and just eat them. It's quite delicious. Fried salmon skin. Mmm. We'll show. You can show them the scales on the fish.
One. Show them the scales.
Here, I might be able to rip some off. Can you hold this open? So yeah, if you get up close, you can all see scales on the fish and see. I'll put my nail under this guy. Sorry, Otto. So that right there is the salmon scale. See that iridescent, and then that off. And that is their scales. Beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. Ah. Any other questions?
Not right now. How many people actually stuck around? Okay, last chance for questions before we sign out. Is there a banana on the boat?
No, did you see the bananas at the dock?
No.
No, there's a whole bunch of like really old brown bananas that were floating in the water, and I'm like, maybe that was the bad luck. I just thought it was so funny. I was like, how long has this bunch of bananas just been floating in the water for? I should have taken a video of that. I don't know where they came from, or it wasn't just one banana, it was like a whole bunch like together all. Remember I found that onion on the beach?
Yes.
I love finding random foods floating in the ocean.
Come on.
Brought us banana in the car. Did you leave that banana in the car?
Okay.
You better not.
So-
You better not have left that banana in the car.
I actually love eating bananas. For whatever reason, I always bring bananas on the trip and always bring them into the car.
And he never eats them, and they rot, and then the whole car smells like banana. It's like having a banana in your lunchbox. Everything smells like banana, and then you come back and you have this brown banana, or he squishes it because it's like right in between his thing. He like puts his arm in it, and then we got squished banana all over the place. I hate bananas.
But to answer your question, I did eat that banana before leaving today.
That's why it's in your stomach. That's why it's bad luck. It's on the boat. What is your bathroom schedule?
Oh, God. How fast are we going? We're going 2.5 miles an hour.
Yeah, 2.5, 2.7.
Yeah. Okay, 10 more minutes. It's counting down. 10 more minutes.
Last pass. How
Yeah,
about?
last pass.
Then we have to eat.
Give me back that microphone.
Okay. I actually don't know how it's put
Yeah.
on.
Oh.
Here. I can't see it.
Sit down a little bit,
Oh.
and there's a magnet on the other side.
Oh, I see. I
Put the magnet. Yeah.
don't drop the magnet.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see. I see. Bye, everybody.
Hold the phone and turn it.
Oh, I can't.
Flip it around.
I see.
Okay. You know what's gonna happen, right? Now that I got the microphone back on me, we're gonna get a bite. So
I'm still going for it.
yeah, you can film me, I guess.
It's impossible.
Yeah. But we got 10 minutes left, and this is our first live stream on the west coast of Vancouver Island, and we did get fish at the very start of the stream, and it just happened typical. The fishing had been quite slow for the last little bit, but yeah, pretty happy with the overall though. Hopefully we can do more of this. But we're gonna end the stream at 6:30 because we're hungry.
A little bit beyond hungry. It's almost to the point of starving now.
Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. I can take this off because it's pretty charged. And okay, you can just walk around with it if you want.
I gotta be away from the sun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But make sure you hold it so you're not people gonna get seasick.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Anything on the fish finder?
No. So Dave's saying it kind of shut off a while ago. We're not seeing much fish on the sounder. But always hopeful though. You never know. We're just fishing in some inshore water just outside of Kyuquot Sound, outside the lodge. That's what we typically do. This is our first evening here, and that's what we do for the first evening. Tomorrow we got a full day. We got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. We're gonna be fishing all day, fishing for lingcod, halibut, and salmon as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Sun's pretty bright, but this is our last pass. We got a few minutes left. Unless we get another fit, we get a bite now, then we're gonna keep going.
This has been the slowest night so far this season.
Slowest night so far this season.
Yeah.
The season just started last week, so
Yeah.
it's gonna get better as we go. But that's fishing for you though. There's some days are just kind of, some evenings are kind of slow. Would you say morning is better? No,
they bite when they bite.
Yeah.
Like on a typical evening for all the boats, we probably catch average 35 chinooks for all the boats on the first night. Usually, a good night is 55. Like everybody gets their limit.
Yeah.
And the boats are spread out.
Yeah.
There could be boats that have already got all their fish in another location, right?
Yeah.
I haven't got the radio on.
Right, so you don't know what's going on.
All you'd hear is chatter.
Oh, okay,
Right.
yeah. Oh, you had it on, so yeah, it goes chatters, yeah.
That should be the live stream. That would be some good chatter that people wouldn't hear very often. I'm just gonna
1 hour 15 right now at top. Well, how many minutes? 115?
Just hitting 15.
115. So we got 5 minutes left, guys. 5 minutes.
Last pass.
We caught our first fish. We got out here around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I think within the first hour we caught those 2 fish in the first hour, I think.
Yeah, no, we never got anything on our first pass.
Yeah.
First 2 passes, nothing,
Right.
and then it got quite good.
Mm-hmm.
Fish a pass.
I think between 3 and 4 o'clock, that's when we got most of the bites. Right before the live stream. So, and we probably had about a dozen chances today. Any other questions?
How long before we can expect a video from here?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Sometimes I put one out as, so for the video, the question was how long can you expect to watch the videos from here from this trip? Sometimes I put them out as early as August, and a lot of times it's not until January or February, so about 6 months after that. It really depends. Right? Depends on a lot of things. Depends on when Dave would like me to put out the videos. Depends on how excited I am for a particular episode. Sometimes it's so good I got not just the fishing but also the filming so good that I'm excited to edit it, so I do it right away. So it really varies a little bit. Any other ones? No? 1 hour 117? 117? 3 minutes left, guys. How many people watching? Okay, so it's dropping a little bit. Still quite a few people. And hopefully everyone has enjoyed the live stream so far and I've answered most of your questions.
We should do like a live stream for lingcod or like bass.
Yeah.
Or like rock cod.
Yeah.
No matter what, we get those, right?
Yeah.
It's not as exciting as salmon, but it's still exciting.
Absolutely, yeah.
We just wouldn't have a set time for that. It just kind of be random.
But I think this live stream is pretty neat. You get to sit at home or anywhere at the office, dinner table, on the bus, but you get to watch us fish live. It's something that couldn't have been done 10 years ago. So it's a pretty exciting time to be around. Last chance for questions. We've got a couple minutes left.
We catch a fish in front of Linda on the fetter. Will she call us names? Yes.
If you catch a fish in front of Linda on the vetter,
if we catch a fish in front of Linda on the vetter, will she call us names?
Would she call you names?
Yes,
as in like bad names?
Yeah. What do you mean names? Like.
Let's not go there. Yes, she would. So.
Hey, I'm nice to everybody.
120? 119. 119, 1 minute. We'll slowly wrap it up, and well, thank you everyone for watching the this live stream event. And turn around and thank Dave for having us out as well. And
you're welcome.
Sharing all the knowledge, answer all the questions, and
yeah, that was fun.
Even though we only hooked a few fish and only landed one, and hopefully that has been pretty helpful for all of you.
I've never had 100 people all staring at a rod at the same time.
100 people watching you fishing at once. It's the pressure was on, and maybe we'll do another one. Who knows? So you have to stay tuned for that, and just keep an eye out.
Fake a fish on just before signing off.
Yep. What's that?
Can you fake a fish?
Oh, fake a fish one. No, we're not gonna fake fish, but keep an eye on the social media platforms just in case we're gonna do another one. And this has been very, very fun. So 1 hour 20, well, 120 minutes. Okay, so well, thank you for watching, and until next time, good luck fishing. Okay, I'll sign off. I'll sign off. Okay, see you guys.